And good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Welcome to Forged with Fire. My name is Spencer Ray. This is where we talk about life, lessons, leadership, learn from my mistakes. It's a beautiful Monday morning here in Southwest Missouri. Hope it's nice where you're at. A lot of stuff going on in the sports world, I guess, with the NCAA tournaments, both men and women's. Coming down to the finals there. Baseball's opening up, getting some games going. So yeah, it's busy. Racing took the weekend off. They always pretty much every series takes Easter weekend off. So you don't ever see too much racing on Easter, which hope everybody had a happy Easter, got to spend time with family. Hopefully you got to spend time worshiping, celebrating the life, the death, and the resurrection of Jesus Christ. And if you're not a believer, I still hope you had a great time with your family. So, sports wise, the women's, we don't talk much about women's sports because you don't hear much about it in the media. But the women's Final Four basketball championship came down. Stanford ended up pulling one off. Really close game against Arizona, beat them 54-53. Really close game. I didn't watch the game. I was working in the backyard, but I got to watch some of I kept track of the score, and man, it stayed close pretty much the whole game. So that was pretty good. Congrats to the Stanford ladies. As for the men's tournament, it's coming down to the number ones, Baylor and Gonzaga. Gonzaga with a last-second buzzer beater to beat UCLA. Man, that would have been crazy if UCLA would have beat Gonzaga to go up against Baylor in the championship game, but they didn't. So I believe that's actually tonight is the championship game for the men. Gonzaga is going for a undefeated season. They're trying to be one of the first teams in I can't remember how long now. I think it was back late 70s, early 80s, something like that. Was the last team that went undefeated all the way through the whole regular season and postseason, which that'd be nuts if they did. I mean, that's great for them. It's cool to see a team like that make it. They're 31-0 right now, and it's great to see them make it all the way to the championship game with having a season like that. It would have been great to see UCLA make a major upset, just because upsets are what a lot of guys like to see. To see the underdogs come back and win. But Gonzaga was able to hold them off right there at the last second in overtime. And so now we're going to see the number ones battle it out. And Gonzaga being one of the, I don't know, there's a lot of rumors out there, a lot of speculation out there if this is one of the greatest college teams ever. I don't know about that. I haven't followed them. So they're a good team. So hopefully it's a good game tonight. Hopefully, like I said, we'll see some good basketball there. But the other sports news happening in the last week, Major League Baseball opened up, had some blackouts and some channels, then baseball was on the channels that I don't have. So I didn't get to watch the Cardinals and the Royals. Being from Missouri, I watched the local teams. And they had some high-scoring games. They didn't win everything the last week since baseball's opened. But man, the bats are they're going nuts, man. I mean, double digits in multiple games. If it keeps going like this, this is going to be a year of offense. It seems like, I don't know if it's the pitching that's having such a horrible time, or if it's the offense is just that good, or the defense is that terrible. I said I haven't got to watch the games just because of they're on Fox Sports Midwest. I don't have Fox Sports Midwest, or they're blacked out. And, you can only get them a certain way, certain channel you got to pay for. But it is what it is. It's great to see. Like I said, it's great to see more sports opening up. The fact that they're actually pretty much every stadium is allowing fans. I know down in Texas they are allowing 100% capacity, which, depending on how you feel about the whole COVID situation, still, I think it's great to see life getting back to normal and people being allowed to go out and enjoy events. Hopefully they're doing it safely. Nobody's getting sick or anything just from going to a baseball game. But it's pretty cool. But it's great to see. Man, all the major sports have pretty much opened back up with all the basketball's winding down. I know the NBA is getting close to playoffs. Unfortunately, the the Bulls aren't doing that great, uh, but we'll see. But you got basketball winding down. Hockey is in full swing. Baseball started back up. Yeah, we're in off season for football, but it looks like football is going to be rip roaring again this year. I know several teams are making major changes. I know the Chiefs, again being from Missouri, the Chiefs are doing some rebuilding on their offensive and defensive lines to try to help Patrick Mahomes and that high flying offense really take off again this year. And racing, man, IMSA's up, Formula One is up, NASCAR's going, WEC is going, even the like the smaller series like the Trans Am series, they've got a couple different branches that they run east and west, and then their national series. IndyCar is getting ready to start back up. They're going to be at Barber Motorsports Park here in a week or two. So man, it's great to have life getting back to normal and seeing all the sports just rocking and rolling. It's great if you're a sports fan anyway. But anyway, now that we've had fun with sports, like I said, there's a lot been going on, but there's just not a lot to sit here and go deep on unless you want to just talk about one single sport for a while. Um, but this weekend was a big weekend for us, with Easter and everything. I'm on the production team at our church, so I ended up spending pretty much all day, all weekend, all day Saturday, and most of the day yesterday, producing. I am a online producer for our church's broadcast, and they broadcast on several platforms. So I spent a lot of time, seven services. We did 3 on Saturday, 3 on Sunday, and so I spent a lot of time there helping out. It's great. It's fun. They're great people to be around. Having a blast doing that, and then got home yesterday and decided to move dirt. Still working on landscaping. We've been in our home for a few years and been working on landscaping every year. We bought the house. When we bought the house, it was mature landscaping, which meant it was overgrown and hadn't been taken care of. So I ended up moving a bunch of dirt yesterday to basically get rid of one flower bed, or cut it in half actually, get more room for grass in the yard, more room to play with for the kids, and have stuff to do. So yeah, I'm getting old. My back hurts from shoveling and raking. It was great though. It's great to be outside, and the weather's nice. It's spring. Life is good. Life is really good. And so it was a great weekend for our family. Got to see my mom for a little bit yesterday. Take the kids over and get an Easter basket from her. The rest of the family, man, it was busy, so we really didn't get to spend much time with the rest of the family. So hopefully we get to spend time with them this weekend, next weekend. A fun little thing that my wife's family does is they've always done Easter candy and everything the following week, just because you wanted to keep Easter focused on Easter, what Easter really is, and that's the resurrection of Jesus Christ. So what they would do is they will have Easter frog. That's right, Easter frog, not Easter bunny. The Easter frog will come a week after the Easter bunny. So one, it saves them on candy prices because the day after Easter it's it's always half price. But they would save them on candy. Plus, it would allow them to serve at church or do whatever, celebrate Easter and the resurrection of Jesus. And then the following weekend, it was all about the fun and the candy and the family. So that's pretty cool. So hopefully we'll get to do that this next weekend, or at least get to spend time with them. I said, and I hope everybody out there got to really enjoy time with family this Easter as well. But as for the serious talk for today, I don't want to hang on it too long. Got on a little bit late today because I had some stuff going on here at the house, getting kids to school and all of that. And, it's try to think of the right way to segue into this because it's really not an easy one to talk into or move into because, you know, I feel like built inside of pretty much every guy is a drive to be more than you are. And I don't know if I can't remember if I've hit this one before or not, but it's something that's inside of me. And, there's times that I feel like it's very selfish of me to want to be more and do more, not necessarily have more. I'd like to have I would like to have nice things, or I like having nice things, But that being said, my 2004 Chevy Tahoe is a nice vehicle. Yeah, it's got 200,000 miles on it, but it's a nice vehicle. Why? Because I've kept it up and it's nice. So to me, that's a nice thing. My 2010 sedan that we've got that I put brand new tires on this last weekend and a new battery and a new windshield. Or that was last week. I could think I hit that one last week. Um, it's a nice vehicle. So nice things don't necessarily mean newest, biggest, best, most expensive. But I feel like there's just a this driving force inside of men to be bigger and better. Whether it's competitive in your work to where I want to see a clear path of advancement to where I can be a leader and do more and make more money, support my family better. There's this drive in all of us, and I think, and this is one that I deal with myself, is there's a balance there that you have to, and I hate using that word. I really hate balance. I prefer, and thank my college professors, I prefer saying you got to find a comfortable tension because there's really never a peace a peacetime as a man, really, because you're always working, you're always striving, you're always fighting to support your family, and to move forward and be better. And so you got to find that comfortable tension to live in to where, yeah, there's that stress that drives you and moves you and gets you going forward, but also allows you time to rest and relax and play and enjoy life and have fun and again, have nice things and be able to do things with your family. But we've got to think about not letting, with this, finding that spot in the comfortable tension. We also have to think about it as we don't want to be ogres. That's the best way I can think to put it. We don't want to just come off as a uber bossy, horrible man that's just so loud and obnoxious that nobody wants to be around you. We have to find that comfortable tension to where we're driving, we're a driving force moving forward. We're bringing others with us. We're leading, not pushing and bossing people around. And we're also serving others. I think that's a big point that really will help you stay in balance. You know, trying to do more and be better and have that driving force really push you forward. And that's bringing others with you because if you're being a leader and not just a boss, bosses point at you and say, "Go do this, do what I tell you to do." Leaders actually get out there and say, "Here, watch me and follow me." And yeah, once I show you, I may ask you to do it without me, but I've shown you, and hopefully you can do it. And if not, come ask me, and I'll help you along the way. They get out there and lead in front. They're the first ones on the battlefield and the last ones off. And it's where bosses are, I'm going to stand back here and you're going to go do it. But we've got to be those leaders, and I think bringing men along with us, whether they're younger than us, whether they're less mature than us, whether they're less developed in their careers, whatever the case may be, we've got to bring them along with us, and I think that keeps us in check as we get this driving force behind us, because nobody wants to end up being a villain. There's a very popular movie line that you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. And nobody wants to see themselves become a villain. I don't. I hope you don't, because man, you got some problems if you want to become the villain. Yeah, video games are one thing if you're out there playing a bad guy, or playing one of the dark characters instead of the good guy characters. But yeah, if you want to be the villain, man, you might want to talk to somebody about that. They can help you through it. But we need to make it where we don't become the villain. We've got to push and get stronger at mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, career wise. We've got to find those paths, try to make a clear path, try to find a clear path to move forward and drive. Just drive, 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 drive. And that's that's how I feel. That's me personally. There's always something. I hate to use the word eating, but there's always something eating inside of me saying there's more for you out there. You've got to do more. You've got to be more. My drive is mainly to try to help people and grow and be better. Whether it's financially or relationally, is the two big ones for me. That's kind of why I just get on here and talk on Monday mornings and do this silly little podcast that very few people listen to or watch. But hey, I appreciate everybody that does. That's why I do financial coaching. That's why I'm certified financial coach. Don't have a ton of clients, but I've helped close family and friends learn how to get their finances in order. I do it to help people. Right now I'm not gaining anything. I'm not making any extra money at it, but there's this drive just to do better, be better, help my community be better. And I think that's in all of us men. And we just got to find that comfortable tension to where we don't become the villain, where we don't become a boss. It's where we stay a leader and we learn and grow and bring others with us. So make sure you're doing that. Make sure you're bringing people along with you, and you're growing. You have that group of men around you that keeps you in check. Have that good group that they're not going to just sit there and be yes men, pat you on the backside and say you're doing such a good job. And well, if you're not doing a good job, they'll get up in your face, put a finger in your face, and say, "Listen up, you're messing up." And I'm fortunate enough I've got some of those guys. So anyway, make sure you've got the right people around you. Make sure you're bringing up the right people with you. Keep pushing, keep striving, keep going. It's not a bad thing to want to do and be more, but you got to get off your butt and do it, and make sure you've got the right attitude and the right heart to be doing it. So anyway, it's getting close to time for me to go to work. I really appreciate everybody that listens to this, watches it, all the family and friends that are supporting me doing this. Like I said, I don't make any money at it. I do it just for fun, just because it's something different to do. And so I hope it helps somebody. So yeah, I don't know where to go from there. Like I said, it's time for me to go to work. You can give us a like and a follow on Facebook and YouTube. You can also follow us on Instagram at forged.with.fire. You can also email me at forgedwithfireonline, one word, forgedwithfireonline@gmail.com, with any comments, questions, topics you'd like to hear, chat about, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to talk about. You need help, need guidance, whatever, anything. I'm willing to help any of you guys out there that need it. So really appreciate it. Hope you guys have a great day and a great week, and God bless.